Hey, Julia. I'm glad you could make time today. I've been tasked with recommending a cloud strategy for our hospital group, and frankly, it's a bit overwhelming. Public, private, hybrid, multi cloud. Where do I even start?
That's a common concern, James. But don't worry, we'll walk through each cloud model, what fits where, and how Azure makes it easier. Let's treat this like a conversation. Tell me your needs, and I'll recommend the best setup.
All right. First, can you explain what cloud models really are? Not just buzzwords, but what they mean in real use.
Absolutely. Cloud models define how and where your computing runs apps, data, servers, etc. Azure supports four major models: private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, multi cloud. Each has its own strengths, depending on control, cost, security, and flexibility.
We work with a lot of patient records. Data security and compliance are big priorities. Would private cloud be the safest bet?
Good thinking. Private cloud is like having your own gated community. Only your organization uses the infrastructure. You can host it on premises or through a private provider. You get full control over security, compliance, and performance. Perfect for healthcare, banks, or governments.
But it sounds expensive.
Exactly. You're paying for dedicated infrastructure, maintenance, and upgrades. Scalability is also limited compared to public cloud. But for strict data privacy needs, it's unmatched.
Okay, what about public cloud? That seems cheaper.
Yes, and super flexible. Public cloud means using shared infrastructure from providers like Azure, AWS, or GCP. You don't manage the hardware, you just deploy your apps. It's pay as you go, so you scale fast and save costs.
Sounds good, but we lose control.
Correct? You rely on Microsoft's infrastructure. While your data is still secure, you have less control over physical servers and network layers.
So, good for websites, mobile apps, dev tests, not for sensitive medical records?
Spot on.
Hmm. What if we want both? Keep some data in-house and push some workloads to cloud.
That's where hybrid cloud shines. You combine your private setup with Azure Public Cloud. Run sensitive workloads locally. Use Azure for things like reporting, analytics, or seasonal traffic spikes.
Hmm. So we can move workloads between environments?
Yes! And tools like Azure Arc make it even easier. You get central management, apply uniform policies, and maintain compliance without giving up flexibility.
I've heard some big players use Azure and AWS together. Is that multi-cloud?
Exactly. Multi-cloud means using more than one public cloud provider. Maybe you use Azure for infrastructure and AWS for machine learning, or GCP for analytics.
Why would anyone do that? Sounds messy.
Sometimes it's strategic to avoid vendor lock-in. Other times it happens naturally, say during acquisitions or migrations. It gives you access to best-of-breed tools, but managing billing, security, and monitoring becomes complex.
That's a lot of moving parts. Can Azure help manage across all this?
Yes, with Azure Arc. It acts like a control plane across your entire ecosystem, whether it's on-premises, Azure, or another cloud. You can apply the same policies everywhere. Monitor resources from one dashboard. Keep compliance consistent. It's perfect for hybrid and multi-cloud setups.
We still run a lot on VMware. Is that a blocker?
Not at all. Azure VMware Solution lets you move VMware workloads directly to Azure. No need to redesign or re-architect. You continue using the same tools: vCenter, vSAN, NSX.
That's huge! Migration becomes way less risky.
Exactly. It gives you cloud scalability with zero disruption.
So, Julia, given everything we discussed, what would you suggest for us?
Based on your compliance needs and existing VMware investment, start with hybrid cloud. Use Azure Public Cloud for web apps, analytics, and non-sensitive workloads. Keep critical patient systems on private cloud. Manage everything with Azure Arc, and if you migrate, use Azure VMware Solution to keep it simple.
That's exactly the clarity I needed. Thanks a ton, Julia.
My pleasure. Remember, cloud isn't just tech, it's strategy. and you're on the right path.
Confused about cloud models? Comment your use case and we'll help you choose the right strategy. Subscribe for more real-world Azure guides, not just definitions.